This is a rematch of the Western Conference semifinals last year, and prior to that great comeback by the Rockets, Jordan goes strong. Ariza hits a pair. Just underway, second game of our MLK Day doubleheaders. Redick fires a three. So the Clippers 2 out of 6 shooting. The Rockets have not made a field goal yet. They are 0 for 5, and Harden is 1.
By Harden. Harden is always drawing that contact on his drives.
And he buries the three with Jordan trying to close out on him. Chris Paul probing, nobody there for him. I think he was expecting Jordan to step into it. Now Ariza wide open for three. And here come the Clippers in transition with numbers. Redick runs to the spot, three-point try is good. And Terrence Jones first off the bench. Cole Aldridge set to check in for Doc Rivers Clippers. Redick feeling it. Oh! The 18 a game is dishing out 9.5 assists. Harden to Jones, who went with the right-handed dunk and missed it. And that's easy for Howard. Paul for three. Quick counter, quick answer. Chris Paul. Don't see a lot of it, especially from the Rockets end. Another turnover for Houston. Paul gives it up, and Johnson, too much for him. He gets his own for a second time, and now they'll just get it organized as Redick fires a three. Game 6 of that Western Conference semifinals last year had 16 fourth-quarter points. Chris Paul dominated the Clippers over the last 5 or 6 ball games. Well, key stretch here for Houston. Ty Lawson in there. He'll run the point up top. He jumped up, but Rivers was looking for the lob, but Howard deflects it. And in transition, Brewer. Well done by. Got another gear tonight. He said he was battling with a bout of strep in their game on Friday. Has not been feeling well as Brewer back-to-back for Brewer inside. Clippers close the first quarter on a 14-2 run. There's another turnover. Brewer on a race with Rivers, gives it up, and Thornton. Harrell contests Rivers. And Prigioni gets it back. Kept alive by Jordan. Wes Johnson in the corner. That's his fade. Prigioni checks Lawson. Brewer for three. Brewer short. Gets his own on the tip from Jordan. And Thornton will fire, and Thornton. Now the Rockets currently 13-3 run for them as the Clippers have the ball. Up 4. And Johnson will let it go, and Johnson hits.
It's always Johnson in that left corner.
And his first with the Clippers. A couple of years here at the Staples Center with the Lakers. Thornton gives it up, and Howard.
Well, you know, it's funny because we didn't think we would ever see an athletic center like Dwight Howard ever again, but we've seen it the last few years.
Jordan just swats it on the glass. Cherry picking on the other end is Crawford. DeAndre Jordan.
A lot of contact down low, but if you're Howard, you got to be able to finish that.
In the corner again, Johnson.
One that shows you how difficult it is to run a team and an organization. But Chris does it better probably than anyone in the association for a long time of 6 from the free throw line.
10 makes, 17 tries at the line for the Rockets. Paul Pierce, the three. Lined it up, knocked it down. Terrence Jones, he'll shoot it from out there. This time on the take, and he's fouled, and this time chance to set it back up. Shot clock down to 5. Ariza tries to get it to Howard. Got to get one up here. And James Harden for three. Buries a three.
Make a quick decision.
Harden might have got away with a push on, but the lob to Howard.
He did, Brian. Well, what to Dwight Howard?
J.J. Redick talking to the official, J.T. Orr. How am I supposed to defend that? He pushed. Great setup. Now Jordan on the other. Good game. The last time these two teams matched up. Matter of fact, he dominated early in that game, and the Rockets win in Houston. And it's J.J. Redick. That had that kind of flow. It's an 8-point Clippers lead. Clippers have a 10-game winning streak snapped on Saturday against Sacramento. Well, by the way, it's a 10-day contract for the winner, he said.
That's right.
I don't know if we can afford it. Pierce kicks it to the corner.
Oh my goodness.
To Redick, who's open, and out to Ariza. Capella runs the floor, and you see the athleticism and the speed. Heading to the Hall of Fame. 4th all-time three-pointers made. Paul Pierce and counting. And how about that? When J.B. Bickerstaff took over, it didn't take long. Just about 10 days to get Capella on the floor with Howard as Pierce. Way back in early November, James Harden went for 46 that night. Griffin had 35 in that game. Pierce, he'll try another three, and he will.
Screen and roll.
Lawson working with Howard now. Gives it up. Harden rises up and hits. And yet, first 11 games of the year, their coach is gone, Kevin McHale. And it has all been disrupted here for the Clippers. They've made 17 of them. First turnover of the quarter, by the way. And now Jason Terry will let a three go. And that has been the spot for Wesley Johnson. He's a three from over there. Terry will fire a three. And Terry...
From downtown, you struggle from the free throw line at 65%, but yet you're there.
And here's Jones on the move. Under a minute to go. What a setup. Beautiful. Shot clock winding down. Prigioni having all kind of trouble. And the Rockets on a breakaway. Ariza on the gift from Brewer.
One of our colleagues, Conan O'Brien. What are they talking about, first of all?
Los Angeles. Last year, the Clippers won 56 games in
up 3-1. This has been very disappointing for Clipper fans.
Ariza on the 2020 game. That was a game Harden went for 46. Here's Marcus Thornton, three-point try. Sitting on 24 right now. Clippers out of timeout. Going to Jordan with a throwdown. All time.
All time?
I mean, the force of the dunks. And touche, Dwight. Chris Paul, 12 points, 10 assists. And he'll fire a three. Yes! He's sitting on 8 made three-pointers. Paul again for three. Got it! Never imagined. I saw him play a lot in college. Good player, really good. Never imagined this kind of success.
You want it so bad, don't you? So do I. I hope so.
With the Ariza looking, clock's ticking. Here's Thornton, quick three, it goes. A three-point to tie it. We'll see what kind of strategy the Clippers employ. Thornton goes up, fires a three, and he hits a three. Marcus Thornton ties it up. 7-4 left. Paul will take it. A chance at the win here. Chris Paul for the win. No! Overtime. How about that comeback by the Rockets? Anything going offensively, working a little clock. They did hit clutch free throws late. Here's Crawford. He'll tee one up. And Crawford. And Jordan gets it back. That was Paul who stripped it clean. J.J. Redick for three. And Redick hits his 9th three of the game. He come out on fire in this overtime. Harden to the basket. And a little spin with the left. Shot clock's ticking, down to 4, 3. Paul will shoot a three, and Paul hits a three. And this 4 is 14 for 18. Crawford. And Crawford will rise up over Harden and Jamal Crawford. Lighting it up here in the OT period. Now Terry up top for Howard. Paul with 25, he's dished out 12. Shot clock at 3, and Redick poked in the eye. And Redick.
A little bit late call there by Danny Crawford, but it's the right call. Redick was getting ready to make the move here. Oh yes.
Goodness. Boy, the super slow-mo gives you a great look at it. Great work, too. Ardo Lowe, our director. But that's the point. And you found out about Prigioni and Aldrich, and Austin Rivers has come to life. But Chris Paul and J.J. Redick have led the charge without Griffin. And tonight, Redick goes for 40. Chris Paul, 28 and 12 assists. Big night for Dwight Howard, 36 points, 26 rebounds. For the first time this year, the Clippers beat the Rockets.